Good evening, everyone. It is 8 o'clock Central Time, so I am going to go ahead and get started. I don't see anyone on my screen, but it says I have participants, so I'm going to assume that this is working okay. I'm so glad that you could join me this evening. I am coming to you live from the Chicagoland area. It was a beautiful day, but it sounds like my house is about to blow down. I guess that's why they call it the Windy City. So my name is Tarah Fowler. I am a Silver Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I am so blessed and so excited to have this opportunity this evening with you all. So without further ado, we are going to get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so this week is the first of round 2 of the new Ambassador 101 training series. And tonight we're going to cover, I'm going to just touch on a few topics, some nuts and bolts of Plexus, establishing your why, setting goals, coming up with a plan, and building belief. So to get started, I just wanted to show you an overview of what is to come in the weeks coming up for the Plexus 101 series, and then it'll be followed by a 201 series. So you can obviously read the topics, but some of the things that'll be covered are products and being a product of the product, which is so important. Different ways and ideas for sharing Plexus, including on social media, which is the platform that most of us use. The resources that are available to you as a Plexus ambassador, and how to use events to really launch and propel your business forward. All of the training series will be on Sunday evenings, 8 o'clock Central Time, so same time, same place every week. We hope you can tune in live to join us. If you can't, we will record all of these training series and they will be posted on the various team Facebook pages and on the New Ambassador Training YouTube channel. So we're going to get started with the nuts and bolts, some basics and some terminology. When you signed on as an ambassador with Plexus, you should have received a welcome email from Plexus Worldwide, just welcoming you to the company and giving you some of the basic information that you need to know, like your website, your ambassador ID, and all that good stuff. You also should have received, and I'm going to show this to you, this amazing success kit in the mail. It is amazing. Updated in January. We were all so excited to receive this. There's tons of great information in there. We'll talk more about some of that here in just a few minutes, but definitely a great resource to take advantage of and go through. And I just lost my PowerPoint, so I won't be doing that again. So one of the important things that is in your new ambassador, your success kit, is your guide on getting started. And two things that it's this let's get you started. I'm not going to take it off screen share again because it's going to mess up on me. But there's two key things that you definitely want to make sure that you have memorized because you will use it often, refer to it often. The first one is your website address. You definitely want to know that because that is what you're going to be giving customers so that they can order products from you. And the second is your new ambassador ID number. You will memorize this quickly. You'll use it often. So you want to make sure that you capture that. In that Let's Get Started guide, chapter 1, it's actually Roman numeral 5, there's a place for you to write down this key information, your ambassador ID number, your website, all kinds of key information that you can have right at your fingertips. And then on the page next to it, Roman numeral 6, chapter 1, there's a lot of useful information. How can you contact customer service? What are the hours, the phone numbers? What are the different resources that are available? The advice that I have for you is get the ambassador's relation number and program it into your cell phone. That way, if you need to call ambassador relations, and I know for me personally, I rarely ever have my customers call ambassador relations. I always call for them, and I don't want to have to dig around for that number, so I have it programmed right into my cell phone. You also might want to take a screenshot of this chapter 1, page Roman numeral 6, so that you have access to the hours and the other resources, and then you can just save it on your cell phone. So definitely good information to know. I would also, once you log into your back office, make sure that you save that website as one of your favorites because you are going to go there all of the time. You'll become obsessed with it. Again, logging into your back office, you want to get familiar. When you joined as an ambassador, you should have created, or you did create, a username and password. So when you log into your back office for the first time, it's going to ask you for that user ID and password to get access to your back office. If you have any trouble, you might want to try registering your site, or you can also click, I think there's a spot where you can put, you know, I forgot my or my login or my password, and it'll automatically generate an email that it will send to you. Another great resource, the back office in and of itself is a fantastic resource. It's literally everything that you need to run your business. But in the back office, there's a great tab that's at the top. You can kind of see it on the screen here. And the training tab. And there are several very short, concise videos that are going to give you a great overview of the different features and how to use them, all the features that you need in the back office. So I highly recommend that you take the time to go through and complete those training videos. And I don't know if you're like me, but I just needed this bar. If you're type A like me, I needed this bar to say 100%. So I was going to watch them even if I already knew. But probably the best advice that I can give you is just to take the time to get on the back office, play around, click around, see what's there. What you don't want to do is wait until you have a customer sitting in front of you or on the phone with you and you're trying to help them and learn how to navigate your back office for the first time. So take the time to play around so that you are familiar. Your back office, like I said, is your virtual office. It is your key to running your business. This is where you will place your own personal wholesale orders. It's also where you can view, there's all kinds of different reports there, your commission report. You can check your detailed genealogy. So when you start signing up other ambassadors, you can track their progress. There's a multimedia learning center. You can, right there on the dashboard, you can track your own sales and your team activities. So it's just a one-stop shop for all things related to your business. So some basic terminology that you need to be familiar with in order to sort of get a handle on the business. The first is PV, which stands for personal volume. And this is the sales number that represents our commissionable volume. So in order to be commission qualified, which is the second bullet there are three things that are required. The first is that you must have at least $100 in personal volume. And just as a side note, I'm going to call it a point. A PV point is basically equivalent to $1 spent. So for example, if you are a customer, order $100 in products, of course not including shipping and taxes, it roughly approximately is going to come out to 100 PV or personal volume. So in order to be commission qualified, you need to have a minimum of 100 PV go through your website within that given month. So again, this can be your own personal orders that you place. You get personal volume credit, or it can be customers that order through your website. The second thing that you need to be commission qualified is you must have a backup order selected. And most people, whenever you go up to sign, when you signed up as a new ambassador, one of the first steps was to create your backup order. And you usually, it should have been, you want it to be a minimum of $100 or 100 PV. So your backup order must be selected and it must be turned on. And we'll talk about that more in just a little bit. And then you also needed to pay the annual website fee of $34.95. Again, that was included in your welcome pack, and it'll be charged at the same time every year, and that's to keep your website up and running. Speaking of backup order, what is a backup order? It is an auto ship that you have set up as an ambassador to ensure that you are commission qualified. So when you signed up as an ambassador, your backup order automatically defaults to conditional. And what that means is that your backup order, if you do not have 100 PV go through your website by, I think it's the 26th of the month, then your conditional back order is automatically gonna bill and ship to you to ensure that you are commission qualified and that backup order is active. If you already have 100 PV or more, because it's conditional, then your backup order is not going to process, so you would need to go in and manually order your products through your back office. Again, this is to ensure that our ambassadors have at least $100 in personal volume, because you must have that to be qualified for commission. You always want to make sure that your backup order is active, and you also want to explain this to your new ambassadors. And how you will know it's active is when you first log into your back office, you'll come to your dashboard, your home screen, and kind of in the bottom left corner, you'll see two green kind of oval buttons. The first one is where you're gonna track your personal volume, and right under that it'll say backup order, and you want it to be green. If it's green, then that means that you have your backup order selected and you are qualified for commission for that month. If you don't touch it, then it should always stay green unless you go in and change it. This is not in the PowerPoint, but just as a side note, you do have the option to go into your back office and you can change your order from conditional to unconditional if you would like. And what that means is that regardless of how much personal volume you have, that your backup order is automatically going to ship every single month on the date that you have selected. So you do have that option. You definitely want to make sure that you are ordering and keeping up with your own products, because you need to set an example for your customers. That's what we want our customers doing, so we want to make sure that we're consistent and kind of practicing what we preach in terms of being consistent and not having a lapse in product, which you will regret it if you lapse. Keep up with your products. The next terminology is your downline, and these are any ambassadors that you personally sponsor, that your ambassadors that you sponsor. So it's the people that are underneath you. And then the exact opposite is your upline. So one part of your upline, your direct upline, would be the person whom you signed up under as an ambassador, and then anyone above them. If you actually go into your back office, you can click on your upline and it's going to show you the 3 people that are above you. And these are great resources for you to use as you are learning about the business and when you have questions. Jewels are ambassadors that have reached the top 3 ranks of Plexus: Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond. These are the ranks that Plexus considers to be those that are in leadership positions. And if any of you have had the pleasure, like I have, meeting any of our jewels, they are fantastic, such great role models, such an inspiration. Hopefully, I know I'm blessed to have Jen Hawkins, a jewel, one of the top in the companies, as part of my upline. And hopefully you are too. If not, you can be that jewel. Other than signing up as an ambassador for wholesale prices, there are really 2 different ways that people can sign up as customers. The first is as a retail customer, and what that means is that this is someone who is going to make a one-time purchase at retail cost, which is the highest cost of the products, and they do have the 60-day money-back guarantee. The second type of customer is a preferred customer. And this is a customer that signs up for a monthly auto ship. So for example, if I'm a preferred customer and I sign up today, what is today, April 3rd? If I sign up on April 3rd, then my product is going to ship at the same time every month. So my next shipment will be on May 3rd, and so on and so forth. They do get a discounted rate for signing up as a preferred customer. So it's cheaper than the retail price. And they also have that 60-day money-back guarantee. We'll talk a little bit about this later, but in your training and on your team pages, we talk a lot about trying to encourage people to sign up as a preferred customer, because it really, I'll talk about the benefit that it is to you, but it really is a benefit to your customer, because they do get a cheaper price. After they've been a preferred customer for 3 months or more, they get an additional 10% discount. And again, they don't have to mess with trying to go in every single month and order their products. It's automatically going to ship so that they can stay consistent in taking their products. So preferred is the way to go. Excuse me. So here is the money question, no pun intended. How do we get paid, or when do we get paid? So monthly commissions are paid out on the 15th of the month for the prior month's activity. So for activity or commission that would be earned for the month of March, that commission will be paid out by April 15th. We also do get paid weekly, which is fantastic and always a nice surprise on Fridays. So we get paid weekly on Fridays for the previous week's activities. And these are the building business bonuses that you earn when someone joins your team or signs on as an ambassador. For levels 1 through 4, you get paid weekly. So if I signed up, when I signed up ambassadors last week, I was paid the following Friday that business building bonus when they purchase a welcome pack. So that's really nice. And just as an FYI on that, you'll always get an email that'll tell you when money has been deposited into your pay portal. If you're not familiar with that yet or keeping track, you will get those emails so you know when money is deposited. So I showed you before your success kit that you should have received in the mail when you signed up as an ambassador if you purchased a welcome pack. This success kit is literally like gold. This is your lifeline. It's going to give you all the important information, pretty much everything right there at your fingertips that you need to succeed, not only with the products, but on the business side of Plexus. So if you haven't done this already, I highly, highly recommend that you take the time to go through this success kit in detail with a fine-tooth comb and have it at your fingertips so that you can review back. I'm not going to go through everything that's in the success kit because you can look through it yourself, but there's a checklist, kind of 10 things that you need to do to jumpstart your business. The Let's Get Started guide that I showed you earlier, where you can write down your key information, that covers a variety of topics ranging from creating your why, developing your Franks list. These are a couple things we'll talk about tonight. How to share on social media. It talks a little bit just about network marketing in general. Tons of great information and goodies. Plexus is so good to us, and this success kit, I'm sure, I haven't seen the success kits of other MLM companies, but I'm sure ours is the best. So take the time to look through it. So one of the most important things that you will hear, not only Plexus, but in reading multi-level marketing books, this is just all over the place. One of the most important things you can do is start with why. Establish your why. You need to dig deep and figure out, why did I start my Plexus journey in the first place? If you're brand new, you may not have a passion for the products or the opportunity quite yet, but you do have a passion about your why you got started in the first place. There's a quote in your screen that says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And that is so true. You know, your why and why you get started is something that really hits home with people and that people can really connect to. And also establishing your why, it keeps you going. It's in the forefront of your mind, and it keeps you going when there are bumps in the road. And there will be bumps in the road. Just like anyone that's starting a new business, there's going to be ups and downs, peaks and valleys. And going back to your why really keeps you motivated and focused on why you started your journey in the first place. You know, dream big and know what your purpose is for working the business. And just kind of on a personal note in terms of my why, when I first started with Plexus, as far as the products, I'm really big into health and wellness, so it was very easy for me to get on board with the products. I watched a couple of my good friends, my sorority sisters from college, post on Facebook for probably a little over a year. I decided to try the products. So my initial why was I wanted reduced sugar cravings and I wanted energy. Who doesn't need that if you have young kids? But I also was very interested in the business opportunity. And once I heard about that, adding to my why with the products was also, you know, I really just thought, okay, you know, I can make a little bit of extra money, maybe pay for my hair appointments, my sick obsession with Stitch Fix and shopping, and, you know, not having that come out of my budget, that would be a great help. I can make a couple hundred extra dollars a month. But then a few months in, when I really built some momentum in my business, and my team is just so inspiring, and I really caught the vision and saw just what an amazing opportunity is truly just right there at our fingertips. It's like gold. I can't believe that everyone is not jumping on board to do this. My why became so much bigger, and my why now is not only to be the healthiest version of me that I can be by using the products, but my why has, and I really haven't gotten very public with this, but I want to be able to stay home with my babies. My values have shifted. I used to be all about my job. I was fine working all the time. My job I'm an educator. My career was number one, but my values have really shifted over the past several months in the past year. And my time is precious to me, and my boys are growing up so fast, and I just want to be able to be home with them and, share those memories. So your why will change. It's constantly evolving. It will grow as you grow, but it's so important and something that you definitely don't want to just kind of breeze over. Another important key when you're getting started is to establish goals and write them down. Writing them down, we can all talk about our goals, but writing them down really makes them come to life and really kind of hold you accountable for meeting your goals. The quote at the top of your screen, I love this. It says, "It's a dream until you write it down, and then it's a goal." So you want your goals, you establish your why, you want your goals to align with your why, and you want to have both short and long-term goals. And your short-term goals are kind of like the action steps that are going to lead you to achieving those longer-term goals. So set goals. If you don't have goals, then it's not quite clear. You'll find yourself sort of all over the place. You want to have something that you can focus on, and you know exactly where you're going and exactly how you're going to get there. It's like your roadmap. Like I mentioned, I am in education. We talk about SMART goals all the time. A SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So I have many goals, but this is kind of in between a short and obviously my long-term goal is 100% to go diamond for sure. But a shorter term goal that I have is I want to go gold, rank gold by the end of May. So that's sort of my shorter term goal. And then I have many action steps and other short term goals that I need to set in order to be able to go gold by the end of May. So goals are really, really important. So if you're looking for what's a great first short-term goal that I can establish, it is absolutely to go silver, and that is where it's at. So how do you go silver? You go silver by personally sponsoring 3 qualified ambassadors and achieving $500 in PV. So if you achieved both of these goals, then you would yield approximately a total payout of $275 or more, depending on how your customers purchase. So in a previous slide, I talked about how you really want to encourage your customers to sign on as preferred. We talked about the benefits to them, but it's also beneficial to you as an ambassador, because in addition to being paid the commission on your personal volume, you also are paid bonuses for preferred customers, and those bonuses are every single month that they order. So I don't have all the bonuses memorized, but off the top of my head, I can tell you pretty much almost everyone purchases Plexus Slim because it's our flagship product. And the monthly bonus on Plexus Slim is approximately $15 per preferred customer. When you start getting 8, 9, 10 preferred customers, that really adds up. So going silver, signing 3 qualified ambassadors, that'll give you a $25 business building bonus for each of those 3 ambassadors who purchase a welcome pack. So that would be $75 in the business building bonus. Plus, our company is so generous, and every time that you achieve a different rank, you get a one-time bonus. So for silver, that one-time bonus is $100. Who could not use an extra $100? I also want to go over commissions just a little bit so that you understand that. The compensation plan is really complex, but if you can wrap your brain around this part, you'll be off to a good start. So the first $0 to $99 in personal volume, you are not paid on that. And the reason why is that is paid to your upline, to the people that are above you. However, when you reach between 100 and 499 PV, and remember that you have to have at least 100 in order to be commission qualified, but 100 to 499 gives you 15% commission. And then when you're at 500 PV or above, your commission jumps up to 25%, which I can tell you makes a huge, huge difference in your commission earnings. In fact, I just did a video today with my team telling them that, let's all shoot for 500 PV or above, because why would you not want to make 25% commission instead of 15%? So down at the bottom, it shows you achieving 500 in PV would yield you approximately 100% or $100 commission check, which is about 25% of 400. So it just gives you an idea. Again, that's not including those preferred customer bonuses, which are huge. So great short-term goal, go silver. completely doable. If you are a little bit competitive and you want a more, maybe your why is immediate, maybe you want to be able to quit your job next month, then an aggressive short-term goal would be to go fast, start gold. And so I'm going to skip down to the third check mark, but going fast, start gold means that you have grown a team that has 20 ambassadors who bought a welcome pack and have their backup order activated. And this would happen within your first 3 levels and your first 30 days. So you don't necessarily have to sign up personally sponsor 20 ambassadors, but in levels 1 through 3 total, you need to sign up 20 ambassadors. So as you get further into Plexus, you'll hear a lot of talk about the power of 3 and how important it is for duplication of your team. Because certainly you can sponsor 20 ambassadors on your own and you would be a rock star, but you'll find as you get further along in the business, we're all about a team. We're one Plexus, and you're building your team together. So you want your team to duplicate what you're doing. So going fast, start gold, also you would rank silver with the 3 qualified ambassadors. And then, like I said, you want to train your team to go silver. That's the power of 3. We want to duplicate that. And then achieving $500 in personal volume. So if you went fast, start gold and had $500 in PV, that would give you a payout of over $783. Hot dog, that would be amazing. On your customers that purchase welcome packs, again, that's not even including those preferred customer bonuses, which are awesome as well. So if you have 20 new ambassadors in levels 1 through 3 that purchase a welcome pack at an average of $16.67 each, that would be over $333 in building business bonuses, and those are the bonuses that you get paid weekly. You would still get that $100 bonus because you will have by default already achieved silver, but then on top of that, you get a $250 bonus for going fast, start gold. So that is an aggressive, a really big goal, and you want to take advantage of that because when people sign up and they purchase a welcome pack, you get what's called mock points because you get points for every ambassador. It's 5 points for each ambassador that you sign up under you. But it gets more challenging in subsequent months because they, again, have to be active, having that 500 PV or more. So in that first month, you want to take advantage of those mock points that are available in the first 30 days only. So it's very achievable to go fast, start gold. And then at the bottom, again, another idea of your commission check. So establishing a plan of action. Again, your plan of action should align with your goals, which aligns with your why, so it all kind of goes together. Aggressive goals require aggressive action. Unless you're just extremely well connected, going fast, start gold it's going to take work regardless. It's going to take being consistent. Maybe I'm posting on social media. I'm doing those income producing activities. You're going to have to work. So what are some ideas of how you can get started? The first way and probably the easiest way is just sharing your excitement, how excited you are to start the products, to start this business opportunity, and sharing your why. Again, that's what people connect with. I know on my team we did a challenge, I think it was maybe 2 months ago. We all needed to sort of reestablish our why, and we all actually created videos, maybe a short 2 to 3 minute video talking about our why, and most of us included the products and the business, and we posted those on our personal Facebook pages and shared each other, and it's just a really powerful way to connect with people. As I mentioned before, you want to make sure that you are a product of the product. We want to practice what we're preaching, make sure that we're getting products or taking our products consistently so that we can talk about the benefits and we're right there in it with our customers. You want to start building your belief, and I'll talk more about this in a few minutes, making your Frank's list and categorizing further, which I'll talk about in a minute. In an upcoming training, we're going to talk about business launch events. There's lots of great options out there to launch your business, ways to connect with people, some of them in person, face-to-face. Another huge tip that we have is to order business cards. If you have not done this already, I would definitely jump on and do this. Your upline can probably get you connected. There's lots of compliance-approved business cards on Etsy, really cute designs. I know I got, I think, 1,000 business cards for like $35. You can order product sample cards. You can order brochures. you want to have information at your fingertips when you're talking about people that you can give them something to take away and to be able to follow up with them. So definitely order some business building materials. So a little bit more about your Franks list. Franks stands for, this is making a list. We usually say to start with a list of 100 people, but once you get going, I know of people that their list is in the thousands, and it's just almost anyone that you can think of: friends, relatives, acquaintances, people that maybe live in your neighborhood, connections that you have through your kids if you have children, any service organizations that you belong to, any connections through your significant other. So just anyone that you can think about, people that you can contact to share the Plexus products and or business opportunity. Remember that we are so blessed that we have products and a business opportunity that can change people's lives. We're not trying to sell them something that they don't need. We are we have an opportunity that can change, whether it be their life financially, it can change their health. So it's amazing. People need this. How aggressive you are with your Franks list will align with how aggressive your goals are. So we kind of talked about that earlier. Aggressive goals means that you're going to have to take aggressive action. If your goal is just to get the products at wholesale and to make enough to cover your cost, then you might not want to get too overwhelmed with your Franks list and some of the other stuff. But if your goal is to, to go fast start gold, or you're going all the way to the top, then that needs to match your plan of action, and you need to start working your list. Your Franks list is a living, breathing, growing document. You should always be adding to this list when you meet new people, when you think of new people. The power is, if you have 500 friends on Facebook, it's not just about your 500 Facebook friends, it's about their 500 friends and their 500 friends. It's a way for you to grow your network and your connections. You want to analyze your list for people that that Plexus could help. So think about, who are the people, who's the mom that's posting on Facebook about how exhausted she is, or maybe someone that's been, struggling with migraines, or someone that talks about, how much they hate their job. Those are people that you can really reach out to and speak from the heart and connect with, and give them the gift of this opportunity or these products. You do want to start reaching out and sharing your excitement and hope. You want to be genuine and sincere. We don't want to be salesy. Remember, I love how we say we're not selling, we're sharing. So you want to come from that standpoint. It's all about relationships. Network marketing is really about relationship marketing, and it's about relationships first. People are willing to jump on board with someone that they have a relationship, who's genuine, who cares about them. So start sharing. Don't be, I know I was a little bit nervous, about cold messaging people or reaching out to people, especially as I was learning, but eventually you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to step outside your comfort zone and reach out, because if you don't, then someone else will. Plexus is growing so quickly. People expect that some people won't respond, or they'll say no, and that's okay. You're still planting a seed. Sometimes no's turn to maybes, and sometimes eventually they come back and say, yes, I'm ready. You have to detach your emotions from the response, because it's nothing personal. They're not rejecting you. It may just be they're not there yet, or the timing isn't right, and they may eventually come around and be open to what you have to offer. Again, there's so many people that are desperate for the products and opportunities that you just want to use those no's as an opportunity to continue digging deeper. A great book to read is the book called Go for No, and it really talks about, if you're not going for no, then you're just scratching the surface of what you could be doing. In an upcoming 201 training, we'll go into more detail about the Franks list and income producing activity. But for now, what you want to do is at least get that list ready. Aim for 100. Can you make a list of 100 people? Building your belief. Building your belief is the foundation of your Plexus business and your success with Plexus. You want to start now building that unshakable belief, that passion. It is so true that when you have passion and unshakable belief, it's like the law of attraction that John Maxwell talks about. People are attracted to people who are successful, who are confident, who are passionate. And it's amazing that people just literally almost start coming out of the woodworks. So we are at the last slide of our training, and we wanted to give you kind of a challenge, something to take away, something for you to do. So if you're up for a homework assignment, here's our challenge for you. Some of you may be working the business full-time. Some have another full-time job like myself, and you have to fit Plexus in the nooks and crannies of your life, 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there, whenever you can fit it in. So our challenge to you is to first listen to 1 to 2 opportunity calls each day. You can find the opportunity calls on YouTube. I know that a lot of the team leaders also post them on their Facebook pages. This is something, it's audio that you listen to. It'll give overview of the products. There are product testimonials, business testimonials, just a great resource for learning more and really building your belief. The second challenge is for you to watch 1 diamond documentary each day. I love the diamond documentaries. I swear I cry every single time. They are so inspirational, and they just really show you that anyone can do this. The diamonds in our company, they're real. They're people just like you and I that worked their way to the top and have a passion for people. So watch those diamond documentaries. Again, those are also available on YouTube, and a lot of leaders share them on their team pages as well. What's really important, though, as you're watching the opportunity calls and the diamond documentaries, is you want to start a log, write down what you're listening to and watching. So write down, the date of the opportunity call, maybe a couple of notes. Was this an opportunity call about someone that was struggling with weight, or maybe struggling with anxiety, migraines? Is this a person who was a stay-at-home mom that was looking to be able to contribute to her income? So write down a couple notes. Same with the diamond documentaries. You want to write down who it is and a couple of key things that were covered in that diamond documentary. The reason why is because you can use these as a tool and a resource to build your business. So for example, if I have a potential customer that I've been working with, I can, and I know that this is someone that is really struggling with losing weight, I can look back through my log and say, okay, I have a great opportunity call, and you can send that to them in a text message, a private Facebook message, and say, hey, I know we've talked about Plexus. I was listening to this call the other day and it made me think of you. Take a listen or take a look. It's a great way to connect on a personal level, and people appreciate that you care about them and that you're thinking about them and you're connecting with them. So that concludes our presentation for this evening. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me. I hope that you were able to take away 1, 2, 3 great ideas and are ready to just propel right into your journey. Again, this opportunity is so amazing. Don't forget to tune in next Sunday at 8 o'clock Central Time for our next topic, which I believe is being a product is about the products. Have a great evening and have a fantastic week.